it was decided to restart the global monetary system. Since quite some time ago, this matter has been receiving a great deal of attention in the world of company operations. In the years between 2008 and the present, all that we have witnessed has accelerated the discourse and made it much more serious. I am of the opinion that there is no other way out other than to begin again. In addition, I will discuss all of this in the film that I am going to watch. I am pleased to have you join our organization, one and all. This is Nick, my name, for those who are just starting off with the channel. By the time this movie is over, I really hope you have subscribed to our channel. I have stated that when we truly consider the possibility of resetting the monetary system of the globe, we must go all the way back to the year 2008. And many people, including myself, will argue that we have never truly recovered from the economic crisis that occurred in 2008. We essentially merely increased the money supply while maintaining the stability of the market, and nothing changed as a result. This is something that we are currently examining, and we are asking ourselves, what is the next step? Even while we are looking at more recent occurrences, such as the pandemic, which sped up the discourse about the reset, as well as the insecurity of our economy and the failure of banks, all of these things point to a much larger problem. The following statement was made by a number of individuals: hey, the Federal Reserve is about to cut rates that everyone is trying to avoid answering the most important question, whether or not we have truly recovered yet, is illogical. How did the market have a positive change? How are things going? To begin, let's take a look at the history of reserve currencies, which can be traced all the way back to the year 1450. Considering that the United States dollar has served as the reserve currency since 1921, it seems inconceivable. The average lifespan of a world reserve currency is approximately 94 years, and this practice has been going on for well over a century. As an illustration, I have discussed the concept of a reserve currency in the context of a digital financial system. As a result of all the discussion surrounding CBDCs, digital assets, stablecoins, and cryptocurrency in general, this has come about. All indications point to the elite's desire for a financial system that is based on digital technology, and things are heading in that direction. To answer the question, in a world when everything is digital, do we really require a backup currency? The correct response is that we do not, the primary. A currency that has a value that is consistent and can be used to settle international transactions that take at least a week to complete is referred to as a reserve currency. Keeping the value of a reserve currency steady is the primary objective of such a currency. Once rapid settlement is implemented, however, we won't have a need for a backup currency. This is something that I have consistently stated. Also, would you mind if we gave this some thought? The entire group is looking at, okay, that's cool. An alternative currency is not required at this time. What are the reasons that these new digital currencies will be supported? When it comes to gold, everyone is looking at it, and I am one of them. I have a strong belief that gold will be able to provide support for these new currencies, which are also known as CBDCs, which are digital currencies. On the other hand, gold is attractive to everyone. The technology that makes this feasible is not what they are focusing on, rather they are looking at those. What will put everything in its proper place is the implementation of tokenization systems and digital currency. It is in this area that the real money is. The value lies in that particular location. If we examine closely, we will notice that this is something that we have never seen before. This article, which was authored by Bannock's Joe Foster, is about the purchasing of gold by central banks. This video contains a comment from him that encapsulates the essence of the situation. I hate to say it, but I think we need a crisis. The situation is already a mess for us. In reality, the issue is one of debt. My opinion is that the market ought to be really concerned about the future of the economy, whether it be as a result of the debt or as a result of an increase in the level of tensions in the political system of the world. It seems like something that would really shock people and make them want to go gold at the same time. As a matter of fact, there are already a great number of individuals who are going to gold and purchasing it. There is a rationale behind this. The BRICS are advocating for a reduction in the utilization of the dollar. We are also aware that the economy of the entire world is still not in a secure position. Uncertainty persists in every corner of the globe, and the amount of debt is surging through the roof. It is still a significant amount of inflation. Indeed, when we take a closer look at the situation, we can see that individuals are still holding on to gold. Because they are trying to combat inflation, they are still looking for something precious that will either maintain its worth or increase in value. It is their goal to find a solution to the reality that our economy is not stable at the moment. On the other hand, when central banks do purchase a significant amount of gold. Additionally, it is common knowledge that central banks are on the verge of releasing digital currencies presently. 24 central banks will each have their own digital currency by the year 2030. In July of 2023, this event took place. The fact that this number has significantly increased is a fact. To put that into perspective, as of the 14th of June in this year, there are 94% of central banks that are investigating digital currencies. This is an incredible figure to consider. This information comes from the BIs. CBDCs are also continuously being investigated at this time. There are a great number of central banks at the same time that they are stockpiling enormous quantities of gold. Despite this, people don't really inquire why it is. To what end do they wish to purchase gold? In addition, considering the fact that they are also hoarding gold, why are they investigating digital currencies? You can see that we have written out the entire strategy for this new monetary system, which is based on private record technology and fractionalized tokenized gold reserves. This is something that you can see. By doing so, they are able to arrive at a digital system that is supported by gold, in which gold is the primary factor that defines the worth of everything that we see on a daily basis. In my opinion, do I believe that they will alter the value of gold at that point? Certainly, there is no question that it is feasible. That is something that we ought to keep in mind at all times. On the other hand, I am of the opinion that some gold and silver should be kept in the homes of every single person just in case. During the process of investigating particular crypto assets that have a genuine worth and have the potential to be utilized as settlement currencies in the new digital financial system that is beginning to take shape. Also keep in mind what the International Monetary Fund IMF stated in November of 2023. According to the International Monetary Fund IMF, currencies that are issued by central banks can be used in place of cash. The author of this piece is Kristalina Georgieva. There is no time to turn around and go back. This is a direct statement from the International Monetary Fund. Although we have a price, we have not yet arrived at our destination. In spite of the fact that we do not yet know what the use cases will be, there is still a great deal open for creativity. At the 2023 Singapore FinTech Fair, this is the managing director of the International Monetary Fund. When this information was first made public in June 2023, there were only 11 countries that had embraced CBDCs at that time. On the other hand, now that we are aware of how large CBDCs are becoming 94% of central lenders, it would appear that the BIs and the government do not want to return to their previous positions, given that they are both continuing to move forward. In actuality, they are attempting to hasten the process. The United States of America and the BRICS nations are already mired in geopolitical tensions, as I have established. The war is now taking place. Everything that takes place on a daily basis is gradually accumulating toward a single significant occurrence that will cause the system to restart. At this point, we can observe that the process of central banks developing digital currencies has progressed to the subsequent level. When it comes to the times, pay attention once more. 21st of November, 2023 was the date. 21st of November, 2023 was the date. Once more, this comes from the International Monetary Fund. The majority of the world's monetary authorities are interested in receiving additional guidance on the most effective methods for developing digital forms of central bank money. Internet banking is being promoted by the Bank for International Settlements (BIS) as the banking system of the future as we go closer and closer to the year 2024. To reiterate, this is the central bank that oversees all other central banks. Additionally, this occurs somewhere around the 15th of April, and we receive it on the 6th of May. Technological advancements, great leaps, and modest steps. In order to make this happen, they set out everything that is required of us. We have to make some significant progress. It is imperative that we speed up. It is true that they discussed COVID. In addition, they stated that it sped up the digital push, which is something that we have also discussed quite a bit on this show. On the other hand, down here, they are discussing the staggering leap. They are demonstrating a significant advancement, and it is more related to tokenization when it comes to their actions. One problem, however, is that I don't believe this to be an accurate representation of what a great leap actually is. In addition, I do not believe that they are providing us with a comprehensive understanding of what they are discussing, given that they are discussing everything that is associated with technology. Additionally, they discuss the means by which we enter this digital world that is built on tokens. However, what they are not providing for us are the things that need to occur in order to motivate us.